essential workers. Thank you.
Give it up.
Thank you. Just like Danny said, you know, people started using this term essential worker this past year, but you have always been essential workers. That's right. Everybody got to eat every day.
That's right.
Every day. And so just like the hospital is essential to us, our food distribution is essential to us. It's the core. It's the base of our economy. We need nurses. We need people loading trucks. We need everybody, and we need you. And we got to pay you like we need you, because we do. You are not replaceable. You are not expendable. You are valuable, and you are valued, and we love you. And just like Danny said, that's the solidarity of our actions that are going to get us through. It is sticking together. You know, a lot of people, they talk about my past. I used to be a waitress.
My daughter's a waitress.
And
an unemployed waitress now because of the pandemic.
Because of the
That's
pandemic?
where my daughter is. She was here on the picket line the other day, and she's very upset that I'm standing next to you and she's not here.
But you know, here's the thing about restaurants is that, and not all of them, but the one that I worked in, it was right to work. We couldn't have a union. Yeah. And so we had to experience things like be forced to punch out before your work is done. We had to be paid less than a living wage.
That ain't right.
We got exposed to sexual harassment and other forms of harassment and degradation with no one to stick up for us. And so what changes that? A union changes that.
Yes.
Solidarity changes that. Standing together changes that. And, you know, Danny talked about how this action is not a coincidence. You know, my heart and my family and in our world, you know, I come from a spiritual family. We don't always believe in just coincidences, right? And so I don't believe that this action started on Martin Luther King Day as a coincidence. Because I thought about what you all are doing today. And I thought about one of the last speech that Martin Luther King gave to the mountaintop. And what was he doing on that day? What was he doing?
Fighting for labor, sanitation.
Thank you. Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's what we need. Now we can hear you. Help her out with that.
There we go. All right, thank you. Can you all hear me now?
Yeah.
Thank you. So like I was saying,
We had a whole microphone set up.
I do not believe that it is an accident that this action started on Martin Luther King Day. It is not an accident. It's not a coincidence. And I think about one of the last remarks that Martin Luther King gave, and it was a speech called To the Mountaintop.
That's right.
Now, we know about the struggle for civil rights, but, you know, one of the things that we're talking about is how often King's legacy gets whitewashed and looked through with rose-colored glasses.
That's right.
Because what was King doing on that last day in that last speech?
Sanitation workers.
He was standing up, just like Jumani said, standing up with sanitation workers and the Union for Sanitation Workers, demanding better working conditions, demanding an end to poverty, demanding an end to war, demanding a better material and just outcomes for all people in the United States.
This right here is why I do what I do.
That's
right
right.
here. This is why I do what I do.
And
That ain't right.
That's not right. That's upside down. And so what we're doing here today is taking the upside down and making it right side up.
Yes.
And the only way we do that, we don't do that with just like a politician like myself. We do that with people and collective struggle together. Together. So I come here to just be here shoulder to shoulder with each of you all. And for all of our workers here, for all of our other unions that are operating in solidarity coming out here, thank you for showing up. And for anybody who might be watching or hearing, who isn't part of you, who's just in the neighborhood, pull up. Pull up. Thank our workers. Bring some hot chocolate. I brought some. We got some Bustelo on deck. It's coming. But we're going to bring more and more and more. And the more we talk about this, the more everybody can put on the pressure so that we not just get a buck, but that we change lives for people across this country. So thank you for doing that work. Thank you. Thank you for putting food on our table. Thank you for loading these trucks. Thank you for making sure that we can be together, feed our families, be a community. And the only way that we do that is if we make sure and continue to make sure that New York City is a Teamster town. And that's what this city is. This city is a Teamster town. New York City is a union town. And that's how we make sure that working people can have a just, dignified life. Because just like we were talking about with King, one of the things that King said is that all labor has dignity. All labor has dignity. And the thing that gives labor dignity is good wages, solid benefits, labor rights, protection from discrimination. All labor has dignity. And so when I just rolled up, on my way over here, I heard that music bumping, I saw the fires going, and that community means something. Because that community is solidarity, and solidarity gets us labor rights, it gets us wages, it gets us improved conditions, and it gets us a better city. And so when we are a Teamster town, when we are a union town, we are a dignified town. We're a town that feeds its families, every family, that labor, that honors all labor. Thank you. Woo! And those honks, they make us feel good because it's that, those honks feel good because it's solidarity too. This whole city is behind you. There is no working person in New York City that I can hear of or even think of that would think that what you're doing is wrong. Everybody's behind you. Everybody's behind you. And remember that. Remember that everyone's behind you. So let's celebrate that community. Let's celebrate that solidarity. We'll go bring out the hot chocolate for you guys. Let's enjoy each other's company. And let's make sure that we hold the line nice and strong until we get that dollar. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, AOC.